Okay, so I'm back. Is that a good thing or a bad thing, Steve? Well, we'll find out in a little while here. I This is a TikTok short that Angelina made just before she came out on stage at the concert Friday night. I was there. You know, this is weird. I almost don't believe I was there. And I'll tell you why. It's so surreal to actually be there that I was like in a fog for the next couple of days. I haven't put any videos up because I can't. I'm hardly able to function, to be honest with you, because, well, for one thing, too, you guys were great. For those that watch my channel a lot, I had a lot of comments and people asking, and there was one video we did Dancing Angels in the Park, and there was no audio, and a lot of people were letting me know that that was happening, and that was great. I want to thank you guys for letting me know that. I'll talk about that later video because I want to focus on Angelina here for a little bit. And this is when I was in the perfect seat. I was to the left. Well, if you're looking at the stage, I was to the right hand side, and Angelina came in from the other side of the stage, the left hand side, and I could see her back there in the wings, with the white gown on here, and I was crying. Oh, I'm such a crybaby, with emotions of joy. Okay, I'm crying now because it was disbelief that I was there. I was there. Am I really here? Pinch, pinch. You know, my arm was bleeding. You know, it's like unbelievable, unbelievable. I guess I'm a fan, right? So,
wish me luck.
And of course, she's just, she's not quite 18 yet, but she is a beautiful, gorgeous, humble, and very talented and gifted artist. Best I've ever heard ever. I've said it many, many times. It's not just because I was at the concert, but because I was at the concert, I got to hear her live, and you know what? She is the best ever. In my opinion. Now, I haven't seen everybody live, of course. Matter of fact, for the last couple of decades, I haven't really been much of a concert goer for a lot of reasons. Some of it is I'm not as much into crowds as I used to be. And the other thing is, a lot of people, they don't make me want to go buy a ticket and go see their concert, It's not, they're good, they're really great, some of them, but they're not that good, to make me spend money on a ticket, right? Cheapskate. So, anyway. So this is Angelina. Let's just watch this a couple times without me yakking in the background. She's a little nervous.
Wish me luck.
Tell me that's not...
Okay, it's 8. Bye. Mommy.
Tell me that's not one of the most beautiful women you've ever seen, period. Well, she's only 17. Beautiful girls you've ever seen. She is developed into just a beautiful young lady inside and out. And that's all a credit to her family. By the way, I did post some live streams, and one of them I got to speak with Sarah personally. I was in a crowd, but I got to speak to her one-on-one. And how gracious she is. I watched her after I spoke with her. I watched her for quite a long time, and she listens intently when she's talking to somebody. She looks at you. She looks and she pays attention to everything you say, and she answers you back from the content of whatever you said. She's not it's not reading off a script. Oh, thank you for all that. Thanks for being a fan. Next, it's not one of them. It's one-on-one conversation with Angelina's mother, okay? And you can say what you want. She's going to listen intently, and she's going to respond to whatever you just said, okay? And that's to me is amazing. She doesn't have to be out there milling around with a bunch of people getting mobbed, and people were, I got to tell you, the angels, the fans. I'm going to do a whole video on my whole day. That day was my perfect day ever, my best perfect day ever. And it was because I was surrounded by positive, loving, kind people, all like-minded, all fans of Angelina. And it couldn't have been a better place to be. I said I was in heaven all day, and I really believe I was. So, and then after coming home, it was like, I know I was, because I don't even think I was actually there. It was like it was a dream, right? So, but I was there. Let me make that perfectly clear. Okay. So, anyhow, let's go back to this here. So Angelina does look a little nervous, and I've never seen her nervous before. That's why this is such a great little short clip. And of course, she's just beautifully done up and made up and all that for the concert. Now, one of the reasons why I believe she was probably nervous is because she said this a couple times during the concert, is that this is her first production live performance in the U.S. on U.S. soil, first one, and like this. I mean, she was at on the View and those things, but that's a different environment, and to be here live like this in front of an audience that's there just to see her perform. Was a first for her on U.S. soil. Of course, she's performed many times, but not here. And of course, because it was the first and it's the United States, she wanted to pull everything off just perfect. Angelina is a perfectionist, and that is fine. And she wanted everything to be just right and all that. Well, it also happens that in one of my live stream videos where I was talking to Sarah, Angelina's mom outside, I happened to be there at the moment she looked up at the big marquee in front of the music hall theater, and it flashed up there, sold out, and Sarah got very emotional, and she thanked everybody that was within earshot of her that think it's all because of you guys, the fans of Angelina, supporting her and all this kind of thing, and she wasn't the only one that got emotional. I can tell you that everybody standing around was emotional for her, and including me right now, by the way. So, and I was there. I was, of course, me, Mr. Crybaby. I was there. My shirt was all wet the whole night, really. So she, so I just happened to be standing there when that happened, and that was such a moment, for me and for Sarah. Obviously, she was very emotional, and but even then, she stayed out there and talked to some more fans for a little bit. And eventually she went back in, and once everybody started to go into the theater to take their seats, which were all assigned, so there was no big rush, I could see Sarah was in the back on the stage. She was back and forth, going this way, going that way, basically like a stage manager, I guess. I don't know what she was doing. She might have been getting things for Angelina too. I don't know what she was doing, but man, she's busy. And of course, Uncle Mike was there. Some people said they thought they saw Juliet, and some said they didn't, and I don't know if she was there or not. I didn't personally. I don't remember seeing her at all. I know I would have remembered. And I don't think Grandma Mary was there either. And sometimes I think Grandma Mary sometimes has, some health issues she's dealing with and so on. And that's fine. If they can't make the trip, they can't make the trip. But, it was quite an event, I got to say. And the music hall was a beautiful place. It sat 895 people, so it was very close in and intimate. A lot of the big venues are 5, 6, 7, 10,000, whatever. And then even if you're in the fifth or sixth row, you're half a football field away from the stage, right? So this one, the distance from the front row of seats to the stage was about 4 feet. Okay, you were right there. Okay, it was kind of the seats were way close to the stage. And there wasn't much between the edge of the stage and where Angelina was, only a couple of feet. And there wasn't like a whole big row of lights and all. There wasn't any of that. So there was a big speaker there, but that was about the only thing. It was off to the side. So anyway, just to kind of set the stage for you. So when Angelina came out, I mean, here she looks nervous, but when she steps on the stage, click, professional mode. Nope, not nervous. She didn't act nervous, didn't look nervous, didn't sound nervous. I didn't think. She was a little... when Angelina speaks sometimes, she always thinks carefully about her words. She doesn't just blop like me. I'm the goulash speaker. I just start talking. Bad. There it is, goulash. So she is thoughtful in what she says, and she picks her words carefully. She always has. It's ever since she was little. And I mean, she starts to talk, and I'm crying. What a crybaby I am. And I'm looking around. I think I'm the only one. Now, I was third row off to the right a little bit of the central section. As it turned out, the stage is fairly small at this music hall. So I was really in a great spot because there was an aisle there between the central section and the side section. And then with the angle to look at the center of the stage, it was like wide open. There was nothing in the way, no heads, no people, no nothing. And it was happened to be happenstance. And there's a whole story about how I ended up there because I was way in the back when I bought my ticket for another reason that I didn't I messed up. But anyway, ended up way up there. So that was awesome, 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 awesome. So let's go on with this video. So you can see Angelina's nervous. Let's watch it. Let's watch just a little more of this. Maybe a couple more rounds. I'll quit talking. Yeah, right, Steve. You'll quit talking. Yeah, you will. Okay.
Wish me luck. Okay, it's 8. Bye. Mommy. Wish me luck. Okay, it's 8. Bye. Mommy. Wish me luck.
Okay. So, I could just watch this all day. She hasn't sang a note. Okay. She hasn't even said what she's going to sing. Nobody knows the playlist at this point. And I can just watch her doing this, getting ready to go out on stage. I could probably sit here in a mesmerized state for as long as until I had to get up for some reason. So, yeah, this is, it was just the whole thing was unbelievable. And just to say this, I think that I'm going to do a couple videos. I'm going to try to let you guys get what I felt all day long and tell you the whole story of the day. I've been putting on a lot of my comments for those that have commented that I got up at 5 o'clock in the morning. Actually, I was up a little earlier than that, but I didn't think I had a roommate, James Thiel, by the way, a great guy, offered me the room. I was going to drive up that day, 7-hour drive, and I was going to drive home that night, 7-hour drive after the concert. And he offered me to stay in his room because he had somebody that was going to go with him that canceled out. And James was a great guy. He ended up being a tremendous help for me all the whole time I was there. Everything from directions to where we were going to just guiding me a little bit. You can probably tell I'm a little bit of an ADD kind of a guy, so sometimes I need guardrails. I need somebody on both sides of me to keep me pointed this way, okay? So James was that guy. He didn't volunteer for that job, but he certainly was a lot of help and a blessing to me because I didn't think I would sleep in the hotel, but when I got there that Thursday night, I actually got 6.5 hours solid sleep. I didn't wake up, nothing. I haven't had that much sleep in a row, and I don't know how long, months, maybe even years. So that was a particular blessing, and it was because of James's offer that I could stay in his room, and I ended up staying there Friday night too. Again, my wisdom was drive up early in the morning, be tired, be there all day and doing stuff, and then try to drive home at night. And if I got tired, just pull along the road and see if I could sleep a little, which I probably wouldn't be able to, but whatever. That's my wisdom. And of course, the other thing is I have 2 dogs, so I didn't want to be away too long, and I had reasons, but so what? It turned out to be perfect. I got up about 5 o'clock. After sleeping more than I thought I was just amazed that I had that much sleep. And I woke up, I said, 5 o'clock. Holy mackerel, I slept for a long time. And started the day, got ready. Then I got the nervous energy going, and there was no way. I thought about laying back down and going back to sleep, but it was not going to be possible. So I started my day. And I was busy. I'm not going to tell you the whole story here because this is an Angelina video, but it is all about Angelina. And we had a lot of stuff scheduled and planned, and the dancing in the park and all this kind of stuff. And I knew it was going to be a pretty full day, and off we went. And then I remember just before I fell asleep, I looked at the clock, and I think it was like 3:35 or something like that in the morning. And again, thanks to James for herding me back to the room and making sure I got back okay. And yeah, it was just being surrounded by the angels, the fans, is so unbelievably. It really is surreal that there's that many good, loving, caring, joyful people in one spot. It's amazing. It's amazing. And all that comes from Angelina. That's why we were all there. That's where the energy comes from. And Of course, Angelina gets it back when she comes to a concert like that. Maybe that's why she's nervous. She's about to plug into 895 people who love her to death and can't wait to hear her sing and are going to be ecstatic just to be in the room before she sings a note. Okay, and when you step out there into the energy, now I kind of get it from being around everybody that yeah, there's an energy. You can feel it. You can feel it run throughout your body. This positivity, and I don't, I've been around big groups of people and I've been in the midst of it all, and you don't always get that feeling. As a matter of fact, oftentimes when I've been in big groups, sometimes there's almost an uneasy feeling. You don't know. It's almost like the dark energies are there somewhere. I'm not talking mystically. I just believe that there's equal amounts of negative and positive everywhere you go, blah, blah, blah. And then you choose to see what you want to see, the positive or the negative. Well, in this particular setting, it's all positive, baby. You can't sense any negativity anywhere. I couldn't. And I wasn't really looking for it, but I mean, it was just all positive all day long. So I say I was in heaven all day long, and I was with a bunch of angels. And watching Angelina was, later in the day, and I was emotionally and spiritually set up for the best thing I've ever heard, best concert I've ever heard, bar none. And there was all kinds of reasons for it, and of course, the fact that I'm a fan and I love all the songs is a whole different thing. And there were some surprises that were really great too. So we'll get into that in a later time. So back to this again. So Angelina was nervous. She came out beautiful. The stage, of course, there was like a dark setting in the background. She's in white and it stands out. She looks like just like an angel, like a star. She is a star, and it was just an unbelievable experience. The whole thing, right from the whole day was an experience. And then, of course, capped off by seeing Angelina perform live. And what a job she did. She spoke to us many times like she does when she's in a live performance. And, there was some interaction with the crowd back and forth at particular times. Not not a lot. I think everybody there was pretty respectful. And at one point, Angelina said, if you guys want to come up, this is, this, she says, you guys, if somebody want to come up here in the front here and you want to dance and sing along with me, go ahead. Guess who was the first one up there? I was pretty close anyway, but I looked like the Roadrunner, a little puff of dust where I was, and there I am standing over there. And I looked around, and nobody else was coming. And I said, "Hey, I don't care, man. I'm here for Angelina." She said, "There she is," and I'm right here. I could almost touch her, And of course, I wouldn't do that because it's stupid. But well, that's not the reason why I wouldn't do it. I guess because I'm pretty stupid. But that's besides the point. Yeah. So Angelina, and I was up there singing and dancing to the songs. So and then the security people from the music hall had to shoo us out of there after a while. Fire, the standard thing they always say, the fire code. So anyway, and, hey, whatever. Safety's important, especially when Angelina's here. So, but anyway, a couple times, and this is true, and this is going to be in some of the video I do later on, is you look at her big, beautiful eyes, right? And then she's on stage, and the lights are positioned in such a way that she gets the spotlight on her, but they're not really. It's not really in her eyes, and she made contact. I talked to other people that were up front in various locations there. Actually, James Thiel, my roommate, was up there, right dead center in the front. And, he was able to. We're so close, you could make eye contact with Angelina very easily. And she scans the entire crowd in place all the time. She is completely aware of her entire surroundings, everything that's going on, even behind her. And there's evidence of that in the concert. She always has been, even since she was little. It's always amazed me that she's so situationally aware of everything that's happening, and she knows what's happening. Everything that's going on, she knows. The instruments, the music, the beat, every word. She knows, I think, where every piece of equipment is. I mean, she's just right on top of everything. Always has been. She is music, is the actual from NGT, the judge, ends up to be more true than you could even imagine. And I made eye contact with her probably at least a dozen times briefly, And I'm not trying to stare into her eyes or anything, but I was looking at her face. I mean, what? And bingo, there's eye contact, right? Not surprisingly, I guess, if you're close enough to have that. And we sure were. And excuse me, I swear to you, I believe that somehow, I've always wondered how she has this connection with her audience and with her fans and with me, that make us emotional, and all that kind of thing. And I swear to you, she looked in my eyes, she's looking into my soul. I swear to you. And I could feel it. I could feel it felt like a warm energy, when she looked at me. It was like, oh, I'm standing there with everybody else. Everything's fine. There's no issues. She looks at me and it's like there's a warmth, that radiates into you from being that close and being able to look into her eyes like that. So call it love, if you will. That's what I'm going to call it. And it's also recognition of a fellow human being, which isn't a small thing. It's a big thing. So that's it. Let's get out of here. I've been talking forever, and I'll tell you, I'm still pumped. The concert was Friday. Today is Monday, and I'm still on cloud nine, and I probably will be for a while. And I'll get to go to work today and bore them with all the details of my trip. I've already went down there briefly once because my sister works there on Sunday, and she made me some food. She always worries about me, and chicken parm. It was pretty good too, and she's a great cook, and she's always looking out for me because I guess I need that. At 68 years old, I'm still a baby, so. Anyway, I went down there and a couple of my coworkers were there, and I spent a little time. They were asking about it and all that, and it's nice of them to ask, rather than have me come and offer, because I will. Oh, I'm gonna let you guys go now. This is terrible. I'm here to watch Angelina. I'm talking about the concert, which is all about Angelina too, in a way. Let's play this one more time, maybe two, and then we'll get out of here. And I appreciate you being. If you're still here, give me your address. I'll send you a medal for endurance. Let's go ahead and watch this a couple times, and then we'll wrap it up.
Okay, it's 8. Bye. Mommy. Wish you luck. Okay, it's 8. Bye. Mommy.
Okay, and no, I'm not going to say anything else. Okay, guys, thanks for watching, and we will see you on more videos. I am back, and I'm going to start getting some production out here, so you guys got something to look at that's new. And this is one of them. This was from Friday night before the concert, and it's from I think it's from Grandma Mary's new site here. Yes, it is. I got to make sure I get the name right. Let's see here if I can get it where I can read it. Yes. Yes, slay, queen, slay forever. I'm going to try to commit that to memory. Good luck. Okay. See you guys later. Thanks for watching. And there will be more things coming up here very, very shortly. I'm going to like that. I think I might. No, I'm going to wait till later. I'll do that later when you guys aren't being bored to death by me talking. Hasta la vista. We'll see you on the next video. Bye-bye.